going to be a very, very short video. I'd just like to take a minute to point out the ridiculousness and hypocrisy of the modern political spectrum, of modern debate between individuals just on a social level who disagree on things, maybe politically or socially, whatever it may be. You see, it wasn't too long ago, in fact just a couple years ago, that a person like myself, and this did happen to me many, many times, I had videos where I talked about these things and this was a lot of the response that I got, but a person like myself and like many other millions of Americans out there could say something like, well, Obama's a socialist, or he has Marxist tendencies, or he's bordering on communist, or whatever it may be. And we didn't just say those things for the hell of it. We said them because, well, he said them. You know, this was a guy who admits that one of his greatest inspirations growing up was Frank Marshall Davis. Look him up if you don't know who he is. He's a communist, an avowed communist. We're talking about a guy who grew up with a mother who was a Marxist, who grew up in countries like in Indonesia, where they had more socialist and Marxist tendencies, parts of Africa where he visited. This is a guy who admitted in his own book that when he was in college he sought out those Marxists and socialists to hang around with, to build his cultural and political ideology. And we were called racists if we dared to point those things out. We pointed out things he actually said, actually did, and said nothing about the color of his skin, but about his policies, his politics, and we were called Nazis and racists. And now, it's okay to go around and call Trump a Nazi, call Trump a racist, even though he's not done one single thing against any group of individuals, any minorities or people of color or anything like that. We're talking about a guy who used to be best friends with Al Sharpton, who used to get awards for what he did in the black community in New York. And now all of a sudden he's a racist Nazi. Why? Because he's a Republican. Because the media told you to hate him. That's why. Oh, and let's not forget now, it's okay to call the President of the United States, at least according to Rachel Maddow and about 50 other people in the media, it's okay to call him a foreign agent. Pooty Poo Poo's little puppet, okay? Literally just last week, Rachel Maddow called Trump a foreign agent, somebody who has been co-opted and used like somebody out of a spy novel. Since the 1980s, they've been building him and molding him into this great spy. That's okay. That's okay according to the media, according to the left. It's okay to call him a racist, Nazi, Russian spy. But if we dared point out that Obama was a Marxist because he said he was a Marxist, that somehow makes us the racists.